Hey guys, my name is Sammy, and in today's video I'm gonna tell you about the 3 types of exercises you can do, how they work for and against you, and how you can use one of them, the compound lifts, to take your training to the next level. If you're not subscribed already, please do and hit the notification bell so you do not miss any upcoming video. If you're a beginner, keep watching until the end because I have a very useful tip for you. The 3 types of exercises you can do are either compound lifts, isolation with free weights, or isolation with machines. First, let's get isolation out of the way. So basically, isolation exercises are those that involve one single joint, such as the biceps curls or the leg extensions. They are very good at working one specific muscle and they're not stressful on your body. And this small little information is very important in case you want to make a complex training program. I have no problem with free weight isolation lifts because first, even if they target a very specific muscle, they tend to hit it from different angles, and second, they don't force your body to follow a very specific bar path. When it comes to machines, I'm a bit more opinionated than that. My 2 biggest issues with them is that first, they target muscles very specifically, and that's usually not what you want to happen because you don't want to spend a lot of time at the gym. And the second issue is that sometimes they force your body, they force your joints to follow a very specific bar path that might be unnatural and healthy. In my opinion, the weight should adapt to your body, to your joints, to your morphology and to your limb length, and not the other way around. If machines were that bad, no one would use them. They are useful in some situations. If you are injured and you want to hit a muscle while avoiding another one, they're for you. And if you have a lagging muscle and you want to target it specifically, you can use machines in that case too. Now that we know what isolation lifts are, let's speak about the main topic of this video, compound lifts. I decided to make this video because every time I go to the gym, I see newbies doing a lot of isolation lifts while they could do only compound movements and spend less time at the gym and have more bang for their buck. Compound lifts, as opposed to isolation lifts, target multiple joints. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a huge fan of them for the simple reason that you can get full, complete workouts with only compound lifts, and you cannot realistically get them with isolation lifts only, because that would take you way too much time. Also, what's more badass than picking up a very heavy object from the floor? That's really cool and useful. Let's cut to the chase. The first benefit of compound lifts is that they target multiple muscular groups at the same time. Let's take the deadlift for example. You have the muscles that are actively moving, such as the hamstrings, the quads, the lower back, and then you have other smaller muscles that do not move but they're still actively involved in the lift, such as the calves, the forearms, because you need strong forearms to grip a heavy bar, and the upper back and traps in order to stabilize the bar. In the case of the deadlift, it would take you so much time to work all these muscles separately using machines. The second pro of compound lifts is that they're natural and functional. They're natural because they respect your body type and morphology and joints, and they're functional because they're transferable to real life. Third benefit of compound lifts, and this one is really important if you play another sport, it's the fact that they improve your core strength and your stability. So not only will compound lifts transfer better to real life, they will also make you a more complete athlete and will help you improve in your sport. Another benefit of compound lifts, and this one is not well known sadly, it's how good it is for cardiovascular health. So if you want to improve your cardio, you don't need to run or go cycling. You can introduce this in your own training. In order to maximize this, you need to do a lot of volume, so a lot of sets, a lot of reps with short resting times. So next time you go to the gym, try this. Do 5 sets of squats for 12 reps with a challenging enough weight and do 1 minute rest time. And believe me, no matter how good your cardio is, you're gonna have a really memorable time. Fifth and final benefit of compound lifts, and this one is even less obvious than the cardiovascular benefits. It's about your hormones, and it's the greater metabolic response from training you get. Heavy lifts that target multiple muscle groups, such as the squats and the deadlift, will create this greater metabolic response. And this basically translates into releasing more testosterone and growth hormone, which will improve your muscle building and fat burning capacities. Now that you know more about compound lifts and you want to try them, what kind of compound lifts can you use? First, the low bar squats for the quads and the lower back. Then you can use the bench press or the push-ups for the pecs. You can use the deadlifts for the hamstrings, the quads, the upper back and the lower back. You can also use pull-ups for the lats or chin-ups for the lats and biceps. And last of all, the overhead press for shoulder strength. If you want to have cannonball shoulders, you really should do overhead presses. Now that I told you so many great things about compound lifts, you must be wondering, why the hell isn't everyone doing them at the gym? And the answer is very simple. Compound lifts are harder and more challenging to learn. The truth is, a lot of people in gyms use the machines because coaches in commercial gyms either don't know how to do the compound lifts, don't know how to teach them, or just don't want to bother with them because they take more time and more efforts to teach. The good news is, you can still learn these lifts by going to a weightlifting, a powerlifting, or simply a general strength lifting gym. If you have none around you, you can learn them on the internet. If you invest a bit of time watching a tutorial on YouTube and then practicing at the gym, you're gonna get 80% of the technique down, and that's good enough to prevent you from injuring yourself. And then from there you can practice session after session, training after training, filming yourself so you can see what you look like when you train. You can maybe ask for form checks on the internet. The cool thing about this is that it will make your fitness journey more fun and fulfilling, and you will look forward going to the gym before every session. Before I finish the video, I want to make a special note for beginners. If you are a beginner, you are in your noob's game phase. That means you can build a lot of muscle very quickly and you have a high response to training. So in this case, you should eat a lot and you should train with compound lifts in order to involve as much muscle mass as possible and take advantage of that higher response to training. A very good analogy I like to use is seeing your body as a big rock that you want to make a statue of. So first, you start with outlining the big parts of the body, the head, the hands, the leg, the torso, etc. And then you sculpt the very specific details. And that's exactly how you should see training. First you start with compound lifts that are gonna make most of your muscle mass, and then if you want to target a specific muscle, you can use isolation with free weights or machines. This is, guys, end of the video. I hope you liked it. Let me know down below what compound lifts are you gonna introduce into your training. Tell me what you want to see next. Don't forget to like, subscribe and enable notifications. If you want some personalized online coaching, hit me up and tell me you came from YouTube so I give you a 15 minutes free consultation. See you guys next time.